A Smooth Brain Production presents
Tonkatsu Boys スーパータイムショー。
Hello, everybody. We are back in beautiful 4K resolution.
In only 1080p.
If that.
30 frames.
If
30
we're
frames,
at-
if that.
If we're at even 30 frames. Welcome to Tonkatsu Boys Super Time Show. The best anime
Where we watch
podcast
the best
on the
anime and deliver it right to your door.
Yeah, I pick my nose. Don't you?
No.
Jared,
I
you
don't know
gotta
what
tell
you're
me.
talking about.
You gotta tell me what's going on. This is the first time I've seen you in so long. I never see. We never always communicate. And whenever I think of you, I think of long-haired Jared, and you're getting there, buddy. Long-haired
Yeah,
Jared's making a comeback.
I got my hair cut a while ago.
Mm.
And no, it's coming back in.
See,
I like your bun.
Thank you.
I wish my hair was long enough to do that.
What's going on with that painting behind you?
That's not a painting. That's just a canvas
Of-
print photograph.
Nice. It's been a while since we've been here, Jared. It's been a while.
It's been a week and a half.
What was the last episode we did?
It was about the video about people who are lonely in Japan.
Oh yeah, what a great episode to leave everybody off on, huh?
Yeah, now everyone's lonely.
Yeah. Yeah, in Japan there was just a huge earthquake last night, 7.1 magnitude.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I
I don't think they've said if anybody's died yet, but this is also this is the most scripted podcast on the internet, everybody.
Even this
Please.
is scripted.
Yes, please make sure to subscribe to this channel wherever you're watching this. Make sure you share it with a friend, with a lover, a colleague, an acquaintance, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your aunt. Everybody loves a good anime, so go watch it. Now, Jared, you saw that?
No, I wasn't looking. Did you do something?
There's a little
Did you fuck
shake.
up?
There's a little shake in my house.
There's a little earthquake in Eric's house.
So, Jared, have you been watching anything? Because the topic of the show this week is Fire Force Season 2 and Fire Force in general. So if you haven't seen Fire Force, go watch it. But we're going to spoil the shit out of it.
My God. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about the ending.
Also, spoilers for another anime that we'll talk about a little later, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, well, we'll get to the end and then we'll mention the spoilers. But yeah. I've only watched, since we last talked, I finished the Ghost Stories dub.
I'm sorry. I had to turn off my fan. Keep going.
I finished the Ghost Stories dub.
Oh, wow.
Which is notoriously like one of the, I don't want to say the worst dubs, but like the most. We were watching it. Me and Patrick and Nico were watching it. They're my anime buddies, and we were watching it. And we're like, this feels like an abridged series, but it's official, and the English cast is like. It's hard to describe. I think we watched an episode together once. Like I was trying to get everyone to watch it.
The first episode.
The first episode sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Like compared to everything, there's just like so many episodes that are like so much funnier. There's and like everything is like completely off the cusp. Like it's very racy, very much like of the time. It feels like
Is it 2003?
it's from 2005.
Okay.
2005, and it feels like it. It's like Newgrounds age humor.
Wow.
So it shocked me and I laughed a lot, but I would hesitate to recommend it. Because there's just like so many parts where it's like these are just like they're like 10 or 12 years old and they're just like talking about fucking and doing drugs all the time.
Is it what happened with the translation?
The company that made it handed it off to the people who translate and like produce the dub, and they just said, do whatever you want, just make sure it turns a profit. And so guy behind getting the dub out basically like threw out the script and said, "Just do whatever you want." Like with the voice actors, that was like the direction they gave them. They just played it like improv basically for like each scene.
That's fun.
And
that must have been fun.
It's fun. I mean, I feel like you'd like this a lot. I feel like there's a lot of scenes where you would like bust out laughing.
What are you saying?
But I'm just saying it's funny. Like you gotta.
I think I like edgy humor.
Eric, come on.
You're right. I do. What can I say?
But yeah, that's all that I've watched. I finished the Fast and the Furious series besides Hobbs and Shaw. I haven't seen.
I haven't really finished it then. That's what they say. They say Hobbs and Shaw is the best one.
Who's they and why? taking a fat rip,
baby.
What is that? THC?
No, baby. This is just an e-cigarette. Not smoking weed on camera.
Okay, sure.
But
you don't gotta lie to me, dude.
I'm not lying.
It's fine.
I know.
You can say you're smoking weed on camera.
This is an e-cigarette.
Okay. For sure. What have you been watching, huh?
Oh boy, what have I been watching, Jared? There's just so many anime are coming out now. So many. I have a calendar to keep me reminded of what I'm supposed to watch, what day.
Organized man, I like that.
So ReZero. We got to get it back. I got to get you on the train because some shit has gone down. Some backstories have been told. And
I need to watch it, yeah.
It's very good. Jujutsu Kaisen is awesome.
It's still going on?
Oh, yeah. It's on. They're doing they did a, what is it called? The first core and second core came out like right after another. Like, so it started in the fall. Now we're in the winter season. So that's great. Dr.Stone, Stone Wars. Dr. Stone. God damn. That show is
Very
good.
excited about this.
Dr. Stone is so good. Oh, Dr. Stone, man. I love that show. What else? One Piece?
Still coming out, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's coming out. Episode, I think we're in that. Oh, man. It's 960s? 960s?
Yeah.
61.
Getting close to the 4 digits, dude.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a day.
It's
gonna be
creeping up.
It's gonna be like one of the bigger episodes. But besides that, I've been watching a show. Now, Jared, what I'm gonna say will shock you and will compel you to want to watch this show. So be prepared.
Okay, lay it on me.
Prepare yourself.
Give it to me. What you got? What you got? Come on.
Imagine. I want to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Imagine Haikyuu. The best parts of Haikyuu, the character moments, the boys together, and imagine that times 2. But the sport it's about is long distance running. It's called.
What's the name of the show?
The show is called Run with the Wind. It's done by Production IG, same studio that did Haikyuu. It has heavy Haikyuu vibes. Animation is character development, story. I am watching the show very slowly. Like I've been doing 2 episodes a night for the last 3 weeks, and there's only 24 episodes. I'm almost done. Man,
that's tight.
It's like an anime that like I want to show to you guys. Like it's that good. Like it's so endearing. Like it's like
is it on
it's on
Crunchyroll?
Yeah, I've been watching it. Okay. You can see on the history. But
cool.
Jared, when I tell you, it's like those, you know, those moments in Haikyuu when you get up out of your chair and you scream like yes, like that, like those moments. There's I would say 3 moments like that in this show so far. Like some like, and like those moments, like instead of being so intense, it's extremely wholesome moments. Like you're like yes, it's so fucking good. I love it. I've been dreaming about it. I've been having dreams about long distance running. I had my first dream in Japanese. I had a dream I wasn't speaking it. People were speaking it to me, and I couldn't reply because I don't speak Japanese. But I was like, why is this person speaking Japanese?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sounds good though.
very good.
I mean,
Run with the Wind.
Only
Only 24 episodes. Animation is superb. It's so cute. It's my OP of the week.
Ooh.
And we'll also I've been reading Vagabond.
More of the Vagabond.
Dude. Art. And complete and utter and bafflement of I gotta just show you some of these stills from the manga. Like the art in it is just so good.
I've been like
I'll show you two favorites of mine that I really want to get
for sure. I'm thinking about like leaving a screen share.
Yeah, just hold up.
I've just been thinking about watching ReZero and Promised Neverland.
Promised Neverland, they didn't have an episode this week. So they're gonna do it they had a recap week. Here.
My least favorite part of anime, dude. The recap episodes.
Here it is.
Remember when JoJo's had fucking like 3 of those?
Yeah.
In one season?
This is just like a little just something.
Look at that little boy.
Look at that little boy with those little big swords.
Just crush.
And then
who is he?
He is the Sasuke Kojiro. He is like the main I wouldn't say like art rival of the main character, Miyamoto Musashi, but this is him as a child. He was found. The cool thing about him is that he's deaf, and he was found on the beach. Really cool. And then, God, please.
You can see it's underneath your photos as Tattoo Idea 7.
Yeah, I do want this. These are all tattoo ideas that I want.
It's pretty tight.
And then this is the other one. I don't want the tattoo of this. I just thought this was cool.
It's pretty good art.
Yeah, he has
Tattoo Idea 4.
The guy who does it. I don't know his name, but the mangaka is really talented, and I'm excited to keep reading. I read it like a little bit every day, so I'm gonna be finishing it relatively soon. Then on to part 7. Sorry, of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's my next manga. But I've been just like, when you read manga, do you put music on in the background or do you just read it?
It depends what kind of manga. When I'm reading JoJo's, I used to put on like a playlist of like. Spotify has a lot of good playlists that JoJo fans make where they put on like songs that are referenced in the manga. Mm-hmm. I usually listen to that because it's just something to listen to. Mm. When I'm the other manga I read that I didn't finish, it's like Trail of Blood. I just put on like creepy, dark music or like Silent Hill soundtrack because it was a creepy manga that you read late at night.
I put on the Samurai Champloo. Shampoo.
I still haven't watched that. I want to watch that anime
just
so
like
bad.
It's like the album of the show, and it's just a bunch of just like nice little lo-fi beats that are some of the most original lo-fi stuff out there.
Yeah. Nujabes?
Yeah, Nujabes. Yeah. R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Yeah, I listen to his stuff a lot. Have you not even seen the Samurai Champloo? I just really dig his music.
Yeah. So we can get on to the OP of the week. We'll start with mine. I already told you guys it's Run with the Wind. Let me get the volume.
Excited.
God, it's so good.
Excited.
Here we go.
Are you gonna put it on the? Yeah. Yes.
You ready?
Yeah. Boot it up. Let's go.
Hold on, let me get the proper sync. Tell me this doesn't remind you of Haikyuu, though.
No, it does. Like, so far. Production IG is always, like, super high quality, also. It's interesting to see a black character in anime all the time.
He's really like, funny. He's awesome. He reminds me of Julian.
Shouts out Julian. Ooh, red hair. Oh, a dog. This really makes me want to join a track and field team
Me too.
in high school.
This is actually a college. This is college. They're all college kids.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so rare that you see an anime set in college.
It's awesome because like they have like moments where like they're like just having like a little celebration for reaching some of their goals, and they're drinking beer and getting drunk next to each other, and it's like really endearing. That's why I love it so much, because like they are in college and they all are dealing with like the dread of like that college dread of like what to do next and stuff, and like
Yeah,
it's I love it so much. It's so good. Like it's something that I'm definitely gonna look to own eventually, if not soon. I want to own this. But shout it out, man. Shout it out. And then Jared,
shouts out.
this will lead into
Our
Fire Force
discussion.
Declaration. It is.
I really like this OP, man. Really like this OP.
All right, is it on my screen? You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
This is I like this OP more than the first one.
It's
For
hard,
this
dude.
season,
I think
of
I
this season. I'm sorry, of Fire Force
Yeah.
season 2. I like it.
I like this song more than opening 3, and I like opening 2 more than this one from the first season.
Yeah. Okay. That's the Mayday one, right? Mayday.
The really hard one. It goes so hard.
It does
I love
go
it.
so hard. Here we go. There is a piece like a still in this OP that I want to get tattooed. I'll show it.
Alright. I love Monkey's Dancing Flames.
So good. Oh, then like the whole little Maki backstory this season.
This is one of the OPs, one of the rare OPs that I like don't tune out during just because I like it so much.
Dude, Juggernaut? Are you kidding me? The Juggernaut fight? Oh my god. That right there.
I love that one. That one. That's
it. I'm getting a tattoo of like that.
Go back for a second. I want to see them all again. I love their faces at that part.
That. I'm getting a tattoo of this.
I love it so much. I just they all look so stupid.
They look awesome. I love fucking Shinra's little fucking pointy nose. Looks awesome, dude. So good.
It's so good. The season was really. Oh, that guy. The guy playing on his Game Boy.
Maki. Oh, dude, they really showed off Maki's muscles this whole season.
Ooh, yeah, they did.
Oh, so good.
That's what I'm here for.
Me too.
This is
More
the part.
muscle girls, please.
I like the part where it goes like, this chorus. It's so like unique. Like you think it's gonna go down, but it goes up. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Man. So good.
So good. Where do we start? So, Fire Force Season 2, we were both high on Fire Force Season 1. I thought Season 1 was really good, ended really well, and I was excited for Season 1. And I would say, to me, Season 2 was like I would say it's like an up and down.
It definitely does go up and down.
More of an up and down season.
I feel like it starts kind of like down almost, you know? Because like the first fight is just like, it's like giant infernal, and then I mean, to be fair, they tie it around later and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, this character, the blue-haired one, the blue-haired white-clad is the one who did it. And it's like, okay. But it's like, for me, the high points, like what I remember, are when they go on their expedition.
Yeah, to the Nether.
No, not that. Well, yeah, the Nether, but that's later on. When they go to like another country or whatever, and they meet the talking mole.
Oh yeah, that was a little down too. To me, like
for you, it was down.
It was like, I don't know. That's where I dropped off the show. It was like I liked the character. I didn't like. I liked it. It was just like, to me, it was like, I was more like, I'm glad like the exposition we got out of that was really cool, and I liked it. Like the fact that everything we've been told, like the beginning of the show, it always opens with like the same story of like how fucking, what was his name? Raffles the first found the fire,
yeah.
And then like it just turns out like that fire wasn't actually a human person with the Aldola bursto.
Yeah, the Aldola bursto. The Aldola bursto.
I love the Aldola, and so like I love that. I thought that was really cool. And then what happened after that? Like they come back, and then it's the in the fucking the factory arc.
Oh, you mean where there were the kid and the
yeah,
what's his face, the Uncle Shinigami?
Yeah,
I thought that was like the high point for me. The high point in the Nether is the three-way battle.
Like the Nether was to me like worth all of it. It was so good.
It's very good. I remember. I think it's more memorable than what happens in season 1.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of season 1 that I'm like starting to, you know.
Well, I feel like a lot more risks were taken with this. Like there was like people actually died. People were like, remember like before Juggernaut fought that what's her name? Or her name is apparently Orichi. Like she was one of the bad guys. What are they called? The Temple of the Light or whatever. Temple Soul.
I just call them the White Clad.
The White Clad.
Because that's what the people in the
like
series call him.
His senior got like his head decapitated, like right in front of him.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal.
Like what the fuck? And then Juggernaut had to fucking go ham, dude.
Lose his arm.
One of my favorite fights of the season, easily. Juggernaut's fight against
Juggernaut.
Animated perfectly. His atomic bomb coming down on her, like bam.
Just
he smashed
her face explodes.
Oh my
it's
god.
So fucked. For me, I like my high point was actually before that. For me, it was the kid who gets made into a giant infernal, and then Charon redirects his energy at the moon.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
Crater
that was awesome. He took
that was like insane.
Yeah,
like that whole fight, it was just like, we obviously have bigger problems, and Charon's just like, I'm gonna put everything aside this once because we need to like stop this before it gets out of control. And I was like, ooh, damn, nice.
Yeah,
right on. That was the kind of stuff I love to see. They kind of ended on a weird note though, because it's like, I forget the kid's name, but like, the moral was like, it's weird, but like it's good that this guy wants to like be sadistic towards kids.
Yeah, that was
because
weird.
He needs someone to be sadistic towards him.
That character was strange. What was his name?
That was
Uncle.
I call him Uncle Shinigami. I think his real name's like Kurono or something.
Yeah, he was like the uncle of the kids that they were researching, and like he would torture, like he would just kick the shit out of them, and he only liked to fight people who were weaker than him.
Yeah,
weird character.
It's very, very strange character. He freaks the fuck out of me, to be honest.
Yeah. Also, this season, like another, like I think a really good. The first half of of Fire Force season 2 ended with like some cool Joker backstory episodes, and like some
that was him and like
going back, apparently, like just finding out that he was actually like a secret assassin for like this, like for the White Clads, and like he retaliated and he like left them, and like he's been researching, like we've been thinking that he was the cause behind all of this from the beginning, like, but I wouldn't say that. I think for the first couple episodes we thought he was like the main bad guy, but it turns out more that he was like trying to investigate them and like fuck them over, and he's actually like a neutral bad guy.
Yeah.
And like how he was tortured, like they're trained in the dark in caves.
Yeah, I mean, now that his like motivations make sense, so it's obviously like I understand where you're coming from, and also like it's kind of satisfying to get like that backstory where it's like this is the guy that like fucked me up and like tortured me, and then like we get an instant kind of payoff where it's like, and now I'm gonna fucking kill him just immediately. I think that the Joker arc was maybe one of my favorite arcs this season.
Me too.
The only downside to that arc was the fact that that's when they dropped the bombshell that Raffles 3 is one of the White Clad in disguise.
Yes.
And it happens in like 30 seconds. It comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, and
it feels very poorly handled.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have done that anywhere else and it would have been fine, but I don't know. Like maybe the manga has more, or maybe they're like stretched for time and like budget, so
yeah, and like what I've been hearing, sadly, that it's unknown if the rest of Fire Force will be adapted into anime.
Makes me so sad, dude.
Yeah, me too. Like it's the manga I think is wrapping up soon. I'm not sure if it's already wrapped up or not, but it's wrapping up, I would say, within this year. And from what we know, it's gonna be awesome. Like from like what we like seen of like the last thing that we saw.
Should we talk about the last thing that we saw? Could we put a spoiler warning here?
We'll do a spoiler warning, and I want to pull it up.
So, I guess spoiler warning for the end of Fire Force, but like for real this time.
Yeah, this is I think it's been light spoilers up to now. We haven't really just been talking about nothing really much in detail, other than I think the Raffles thing. Yeah. But this is major spoilers, y'all.
This is gonna suck for people that like haven't watched it.
Yeah. So Jared and I are also fans of. Actually, I want to get the mangaka's name right because the dude's a genius. Atsushi Akobo. He also was the mangaka for Soul Eater. And this anime has a lot of visual, I would say it has some visual similarities to Soul Eater, would you not say, Jared?
It has
and there's been some references to Soul Eater in this. There has been some Grim Reapers around, like not directly referencing, but like plush Grim Reapers.
So yeah, there's been very like minor Soul Eater Easter eggs, and there's also been in the intro I've noticed there's like the face of death.
Yes.
From Soul Eater. And I think that's like an insignia or like an emblem of one of the factions, or I might be wrong.
Yes, and I'll pull it up right here for everybody. Hold on.
There's a lot of just Easter eggs and references to Soul Eater that are like on the surface like very superficial and like maybe not important.
This is what we're talking about.
Yes, I'm talking to
And like this is kind of like the sign from Death Academy, and what we're gonna show you is the spoilers. I don't want to get like stricken, but we're gonna show like the last.
It's a very serious spoiler. Fans of Soul Eater.
We'll play it.
That's not what that is. That's tears. That's tears.
Tears of joy. This
moon,
dude. This moon.
What? When I saw this, I was like, Eric's Eric was talking about this.
This is what I was talking about. Sharon, I
I was
literally
like, holy shit.
this is huge. I jumped out of my pants. Like I was like, oh, I screamed. I yelled throughout my house. Oh my God! Is he combining Fire Force with Soul Eater?
The thing is, I don't know how this would happen. You know, like, is this before or is this after Soul Eater? You know,
That's the question. That is
that's
a
the
legitimate question. Or is this before Soul Eater? Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? Because all we know is that the world was engulfed in flames
yeah,
and was reborn.
the world was engulfed in flames.
We know that. So
yeah,
I feel like
and
it's,
I guess
it's
for
before-
people
I
who
think
are like
it's
listening
after.
only, we should describe like
Yes.
what we're seeing.
So
Uh,
the famous moon, like in Soul Eater, one of the like most like things that like the thing that pops out the most in like the world itself is that there's the sun and the moon are like laughing giant things with like a face and like they emote and stuff.
for whatever reason,
For whatever
yeah.
reason, they never really address it. It's just the way it is. And this is a laughing moon.
This is that.
And it looks more on. It doesn't look exactly the same, but it's
It
like
looks
in the same vein.
It looks scarier. If I'm being honest,
It does
looks
look
freaky.
It does look terrifying.
But man, like, I saw this and I'm like, what does this mean? And also, I'm really upset because again, we don't know if there's gonna be a season 3.
Yeah, which
Just
if
wanted-
I would like to hear the official word because like look, David Productions is hella busy right now.
They
Well-
need to do part 6 too.
Yeah, so it's like legitimately, I don't think David Productions is going to be able to do it if they ever really do greenlight season 3, which would be sad. But I hope if they can give it to any studio, give it to Mappa. Please give it to Mappa. They'll do a good
Mappa?
job.
That's another series I want to watch is Attack on Titan because I know that's wrapping up now, and I'm way behind on it, and I should
You're good. Oh,
finish it.
so, man, I would Attack on Titan is like it's gonna there's a 16 we're in the 16 episode final season, but the rumor is this is heavy rumors. I got some sources in on this. They're looking to cash in on a movie the same way Demon Slayer cashed in. They're looking at the Demon Slayer box office, and I think Attack on Titan would crush that. I'm not even like not to put down Demon Slayer, but Attack on Titan is way bigger than Demon Slayer. Like, no doubt.
So it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense for them to like, because even the manga's not finished yet. The manga is still going. I think it's gonna end in like the next 3 chapters, but that would say that's like the next 3 months.
That's insane. So, like, are they coordinating, like, with the author
Yes,
to, like, know
yes.
what happens?
I
Okay.
feel, yeah, for sure. There definitely are. Because there's so much money involved in this right now. And if they did a movie and they could bring back the original studio who did the first, I would say, 3 seasons of Attack on Titan, Studio Wit, to do the movie,
Yeah.
which I doubt it will happen. But that's, like, I think the dream scenario right now for everybody. But
I can see that, for sure.
I would say getting into Attack on Titan now is great because you'll have all your answers satisfied if you watch now. Because
Yeah.
we're in the end game right now, and I'm in the head in the manga, so the anime is still catching
So you already
up.
know what's going on.
Yeah, but I would say it's awesome. It's great.
I'll have to catch up on it. I'm still, I have to go back and watch ReZero and The Promised Neverland and all that.
Yeah, Promised Neverland is. Have you heard the huge controversy with that?
Yeah, I heard people were giving it flack because of they skipped,
They skipped the whole arc
Yeah, they skipped a whole arc.
and got rid of a whole character.
Whole character, really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
And apparently
that makes me not want to watch it.
So can you turn your headphones down a little bit, because I'm hearing myself through your headphones just a little bit.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
turn
Sorry.
it
Yeah.
on a little bit.
Wait. Oh, yeah, I'm at 24.
Hello?
Okay.
Okay. So... Oh, so... I'm not sure if it was Shonen Jump that published it, but like apparently like the publication that the manga was being published on told the mangaka to make a pretty much a filler arc in the manga to like add more, because they wanted it to be longer and he didn't intend it to be, so he had to bullshit that arc that they cut from the anime. And apparently he didn't want to write that arc that was cut. And it kind of like fucked up the rest of the story, because like The Promised Neverland has famously last year ended on a very low note. It wasn't appreciated by the fandom. So I think this is a good thing that they're deviating from the manga.
So in this case, it's like
The mangaka,
it's good that they're doing different things.
Yeah. So I would, if people are scared, have heard that or scared about that of the fact, I would just don't worry. I think that, like, that studio knows how to make them like an anime, and like you gotta give them guys some love. You know, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. I think that the first season ended on a perfectly fine note.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
And so far, season 2 is like really good. So
yeah,
I'm enjoying it. And like the last episode that they left off of that was proper ended on a huge cliffhanger. Huge. And it was great. So I'm very excited for it to come back next week so I can keep watching it. But back to Fire Force. I don't mind if I have to read the manga. I don't mind, because I would love to read the manga for this. If that's how it ends, that's how it ends, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
I got to see how this ends.
I got to see how this ends too. Like, I'm too invested in it now.
And also, the manga for Soul Eater is different too than the anime.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that the anime ended early. And it shows, because I just famously remember that the ending of that anime was bad.
Yeah,
straight up, like.
And apparently, like, they cut out a whole relationship. Like, Kid has a relationship with the main bad guy because it turns out that it's his older brother. And some other stuff like that. So I would like to go back and read Soul Eater too. So
yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. I'm the kind of person who thinks that like my taste in anime is like mid at best, and I always have to take that into consideration when I'm like recommending anyone anything. I'm like, you'll like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure if like you're easily entertained by bullshit and you like big strong muscle guys. So like, me, a teenager, like 16 years old or so, when I started watching this, actually, like 15.
Yeah, I was probably the same age. I was like
15 years old.
15, 16, because I remember like it was like one of the first songs I would play when I drove. It was like one of those like first I burned a CD of like a bunch of just random like shit songs, and it was one of them.
It was like, for me, watching that final episode, like everything up until that point, I'm like, this is a great anime. I love this. Seeing that final episode, I'm like, man, this ending sucks. Like, this does not feel like an ending. This feels like they ran out of material and they just like had some fanfic writer come in. By the way, can I spoiler alert for Soul Eater if you haven't watched it? The ending is that literally every person is a weapon, including the people who used the weapons. All of them are weapons, including the person. It's just like, it ruins like everything before it, because it's just like, throw logic out the window.
Everybody's
it's not even like,
to...
yeah, it's not even like super powered show bullshit like Kill a Kill or like Gurren Lagann, where it's just like, who gives a shit? It's like, this is a universe with very obvious rules, and they just throw them out at the last minute.
Yeah, like Gurren Lagann, perfect ending. It was so ridiculous that it was awesome.
Perfect ending, and also not like 100% consequence free what they do.
Yeah, remember when Simone taught that kid how to drill that nut?
I did like that scene a lot.
That made me cry.
I literally want to go back to that show again, like every once in a while, like just because of how it's just so good.
Yeah. Special show.
Very special show. I hold it close
sadly,
to my
I
heart.
can't say Fire Force is in that Gurren Lagann sphere.
No, unfortunately not, but it's still good.
It's still
like
really
I'm
good.
still enjoying it a lot.
I still love Fire Force.
But-
I know Julian famously said that he really couldn't get into it, and I kind of understand that because I don't know.
Wait, Julian said he couldn't get into Fire Force?
Yeah, he couldn't get into it.
That's Julian. Yeah.
You're talking about Julian, but like, I don't know. I love my favorite part about Fire Force is like the stuff inside the firehouse, like just the silly stuff with like Arthur and like he has his little donkey head on the wall.
I do like the donkey head, yeah.
Like their banter and like their chemistry, all the different little weird quirks and stuff that they have. It's just also endearing. I love endearing shit in anime. It's my favorite. It's like like anime captures like some really interesting moments and like that in relationships that like some movies really can't cover, like they don't really see, like just a slow like everyday moment. Like anime captures that stuff really well. So
yeah, that's why slice of life stuff in anime is like
the best.
My go-to. Just
that's why I gotta say, run with the wind. That slice of life stuff. It's tasty, baby. I love that shit.
I'll put it on the list. I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah. Can't say. I mean, like, I want Fire Force to come back. So much potential there too. For everything in Fire Force season 3.
Absolutely.
So I think if we ever do see it, it's going to be a long time. I don't think, but I would say 2020, late 2021, maybe 2022. But that depends on what David Productions is going to do, because right now they're doing that volleyball anime that I'm watching. It's getting better.
That's true.
It's getting better.
Okay.
But that show's animated literally really great too. They do like that show looks different from has its own style, like it's crisp, but like it's not like the same as Haikyuu. It has its like own distinct like kind of style they're trying to tell with this volleyball story. But my dream is for them to announce fucking Stone Ocean within the year.
Well, I mean, they are gearing up for like a major JoJo's event in April.
Yeah, I think we might see it because Fire Force is done for now. I don't think they're gonna do it. And I think if they do part 6 and then before they do, because like if they do part 7 and part 8, people will shit their pants. Like that is the stuff people want animated. Sadly, because I think part 6 is great in its own way, but like those part 7 and 8 have like such a distinct style that everybody wants to see what it looks animated. So
yeah.
I think before like between 6 and 7 we might see Fire Force 3.
That'd be very good. I feel like people are gonna like clamor towards part 7 because that's the one everyone wants, and especially me. But like, I'm fine if the anime decides to like take a longer break than between 5 and 6. I hope we get part 6 soon though, or at least like an announcement. And I hope that the event they're like moving towards is like an announcement for part 6. Hopefully.
Me too.
Because I'm interested to see that in their interpretation of Stone Ocean.
I can't wait to see what OPs they use. Stone Ocean's gonna be awesome.
I cannot wait. I can't wait to see how they do the Bohemian Rhapsody arc.
What happens if that's the thing holding them up from doing part 6?
That wouldn't surprise me.
Like that,
because like they have to work around literally everything. It's literally copyright infringement to stand.
Like that, I think that is what is really holding this up. I mean, it makes so much sense.
Yeah,
that part. I mean, if people don't know, this is a JoJo 6 spoilers. If people really don't care, but they use the likeness of Mickey Mouse because it takes place in Florida, Port St. Lucie, Florida, and they use like Mickey Mouse and like a bunch of like Disney characters for like I wouldn't say a bunch. I would say like 2 or 3. And for like
they use like Spider-Man,
like a bunch of different famous pop culture characters because this one power like brings them to life to do their bidding or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of it's not my favorite fight it's probably one of my least favorites in Stone Ocean.
In Part 6, yeah.
It's memorable, but like mainly because Anisui's just doing what he does and like
I love him.
Throws out the best lines in the manga.
He's the best.
Like
best boy.
If this shit don't got Mickey, it ain't Disney.
It ain't Disney. My favorite Part 6 character besides Jolene.
I love him so much. I love all of them, but like especially Jolene and Anasui.
They're best power couple in JoJo.
Best power couple.
Man, I cannot wait for David Productions. They're gonna do it. They have to do it. They'll figure something out. They can just do fake characters like Man Spider and some little rat. They'll figure it out.
Some little rat.
Yeah. If it ain't Disney, it ain't shit.
Fuck's sake, if there no Mickey, it ain't Disney. So good. It takes place in Florida, where you're from, so you got some.
I have a connection to that anime. Not anime, but the manga in general. Yeah. I love it. My favorite JoJo part so far. But
I was like, I kept telling Garrett like part 6, they go to where you work. Yeah. They go near where you work, and he's like, "You're lying to me." And then he saw it was in Florida. He's like, "Oh shit, maybe they weren't lying to me."
Yeah, wait till you get later in the manga when they get really close. Yeah. I mean, is there anything else we want to say on this pod, Jared? Anything we want to look at the people with? Do you want to do?
Really? What's up?
Let me hold on. Let's end with an ending.
Okay.
I'll pull up one of my favorites off my world famous anime music playlist. Anime music for big dummies, big spelled B3G.
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 Big dummies.
Big dummies. Like me. Okay.
Would you believe me if I told you I wasn't wearing this shirt on purpose before we started recording?
Why?
This Cat Company shirt.
Why would it be on purpose?
It's just like a Cat Company shout out. Also, listen to Cat Company if you don't. I don't know why you wouldn't, but just like do it. Okay. It's because I was selling my PS4 and I was like,
how much do you get for your PS4?
Like, 150.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. I was trying to sell the games for more, but they didn't have the money on them, so
you're like, fuck you. Pushed them on the ground and walked away.
I was like trying to find a shirt that I could be like, oh, you'll see me because I'm wearing the bright pink shirt, and so I put this on. And then I just never took it off because it's comfy. So that's why I'm wearing this shirt.
All right, I got the ending, baby.
All right, let's hear it.
This is
put her there.
We talked about this show a little in the earlier parts of the pod. This is Dr. Stone. OP1. I mean, ending 1. Do you hear it?
No.
Me neither.
I don't need to hear it. You can just play it.
Why don't I hear it? Oh. Stupid.
Stupid. Okay, I can hear it.
Senku, my man. One of the rare anime that you actually could learn stuff. If you really want to learn, you can learn some really cool stuff in Dr. Stone.
This is kind of chill. Love the way this lighting looks on you, bud.
It's pouring over me.
It's just real ass footage. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Is that Killuah? Is that Killuah from Hunter x Hunter?
Bye, everybody.
See you next time, bud.